Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Just another quick video to follow up from the last one. We're looking at these old tools here, old architect's tools, draftsman's tools. This is a compass to the right, and you can see the set square on the left with the plumb line in the middle. Now I want to show you these just to get an idea of how they look, how they were used. These tools, because I'm going to show you later in this video what I think was probably going on here at PUMAPUNKU. So again, that was just another compass. This is another compass, brass by the looks of it. I don't know if that's steel on the ends that make the points, but the rest of it looks like it's made of brass. Very simple, but look at the shape of the blades on this compass. This is very old. Again, look at the shapes of this. This is another example of a compass and a set square. Obviously, it's the, I don't know what they call it. Is it Illuminati design or Mason's design? But the idea is to look at the shapes. This is an interesting shape of a draftsman's tool. The L shape, if you notice the L shape and the angles it's set at, it's... Keep this in mind because it's prominent to show you at the end of the video what I'm trying to get at. These simple shapes. Again, this is another thing that was used as a template. And if you imagine if you had a stone block carved out with your different shapes, and then you would pour this metal into the shapes, and when you pop that metal out, you'd be left with basically that template. What I want to draw your attention to here is look at the shape of his headdress. Okay, take away the face and just look at the shape of his headdress. Okay, keep that in mind as well. There's another example coming up here. Again, look at the shape, the sort of semicircle. And right in the middle of his headdress there, look, you've got another semicircle with the blocks in the middle, and these lines that go around. You can almost say that they could be mathematically put out to so many centimeters. Again, this is what I would say is probably a template. I think it's solid gold, but if you notice on most of PUMAPUNKU, you have this elevated shape, this step-like shape. This, I would say, was probably a template, and they would have used that quite a lot. This again is draftsman's tools that they would have had to make PUMAPUNKU. So not only would you need the set square and the compass, but you'd also need this. And the reason why is because of this. Look at the shape of the headdress again. Take away the face and just look at the shapes. The zigzag lines that run around the inside. The perfect amount of little circles that run around the very edge. Obviously that would have been smooth. Again, look at this. This is the carving on Veracucha. Look at the carvings of the things that he's holding in his hands. They look like the very old-fashioned compass, as you can see coming up now. It's gone past it. I thought I was going to come back to that. So yeah, these things in his hands here, to me, they are compasses. They're two halves of the compass. The gaps between his body and the edge of those compasses could be poured to actually physically make the compass legs. Again, here you can see a close-up. If you pour the metal in the very middle, where it goes to a point at the end, and it comes all the way down to the bottom, if you have two of those, one on each side, you've got your two opposite sides to what would make your compass. And again, there you go. Look, that's the compass on the right hand side, this very straight piece here, and then you've got your set square with the plumb line in the middle to get your right angles. The plumb line is this bit of string in the middle with the weight on the end. And again, I'm going to go back to this again. This is a set square mould, and if you look carefully, you can see there where the very edge of that triangle has been heated and turned a different colour. The stone has actually turned a different colour because they're heat. Look at this. You can see the line. Can you see the line that runs straight across that block? There's a vertical line Well, it would have been vertical if the arrow was the other way, but you can see that that's a vertical line that runs across there. That would be their pouring point. This would have been, this is what they would have used to make this triangle. So from what I can see there, you've got all your different parts to a compass engraved in the stones. They would have poured that, made the compass. You've got everything you need to make the set squares, possibly different types of set square as well, not necessarily the traditional ones like what we use, but it looks like it's there to me. That's how I would imagine it would have. That's how I imagine it would have been used for. And there you go. That's just your basic kind of draftsman's tools again. That simple set square, the rulers. You know, these things are very easily made. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to do a lot more detail